Okay, guys, so I am officially live on here. I'm gonna just wait till some people come online. I think the event said that it started at 1 a.m. to 4 a.m. and that actually was not true. I meant for it to start at 1 p.m., which, what time is it now? It's 1:11. I'm not on time, but I'm here. So I'll just wait for people to jump on here so we can start the discussion. I don't want to talk about too much in the beginning and then people start showing up and then you have to repeat yourself. So yeah, this is live. This video will be posted to my my YouTube channel. So yeah. So if you guys don't know, today's topic is actually going to be the part of my playlist called Getting Closer to God. And what that is a section of my channel where I basically am getting closer to God. That includes like Bible studies and all type of things, okay? But specifically, it's just talking about my walk with God. We do two books we're looking into right now. Take a closer look for women, but I do include men. And this book, which I'm going to be talking about today, which is The Boundaries in Dating. This is like based on spiritual and scientific, but very mainly spiritual. So I will be talking about this today. And actually the topic for today is going to be our part one. I'm going to be starting live doing this with you all. The part one, you and your boundaries. And why boundaries and dating. So we're going to just read that and have discussion. Like I said, I want to wait till a couple more people get on here because I would hate to have to repeat myself. So yeah. Does anybody have any questions about the boundaries in dating before I do get started? Because there's a couple people on here. That's what I'm going to be talking about today. So did you guys know that like live has like where you can bring people on here? So if you guys want to talk about something on here and you guys feel like you have a good opinion on what I'm going to talk about, then you're welcome to. I'll bring you on camera. Okay, well, I guess I'll go ahead and get started. If you miss any part of this live, like, it will be posted to my YouTube channel. So I don't want to keep the people that's waiting on here just waiting. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into this. I am listening to music because I didn't know how long it was going to take for people to jump on here. So, yeah. Okay, so let's go ahead and get focused, y'all. Let's focus, okay? Let me turn this music down. Okay, so Boundaries in Dating, that is the name of this book. It's How Healthy Choices Grow Healthy Relationships. It's by Dr. Henry Cloud and Dr. John Townsend. I did the prologue as well as the initial promo video for this book as well as the other book I'm going to be doing with the on my channel. Let's go ahead and jump into it. So let me just say this right now. This is not just for women. This is not just for men. This is not for people who are dating. This is not just for people who are single. This is not for people who are looking for somebody. It's not specific. If you like me and you like my channel and you just want to walk with me on this journey in my life, then you're welcome to my channel. With all respects, you're welcome. I mean, I'm not going to discourage anyone from, engaging with me. That's not right. So let's go ahead and jump into this. I will occasionally stop and have like discussion, and I'll pop questions down here at the description box. Let me see. Sorry, I'm making sure. Live has changed a little bit since I last went live. I hope you guys can hear me through this mic I have. Can you all hear me? I hope everyone can hear me. I hope everyone can hear me. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into this. No reason to wait. So, chapter 1, why boundaries in dating. So that's the first chapter. Let me see how many pages it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's only like 5 pages long. This may not even be a long live. Like I said, if you miss it, it will be posted. It will be posted to my YouTube channel. So definitely check it out. But please interact with me. Please. I only see there's one person out here at the moment, but please interact with me. If you have any questions, or you want me to stop, or you can't hear me, want me to repeat something, I will also try to and occasionally pop the verses and things on the screen. So let's get started. Okay, chapter 1, why boundaries in dating. So what do? Set a bomb underneath his chair? Heather exploded, only partly in jest. She was having lunch with her best friend Julie. The conversation focused on her ongoing frustration with Todd, Heather's boyfriend for the past year. Heather cared deeply for him, and was ready to pursue marriage. Okay, I'm just saying who was all popping on here. And was ready to pursue marriage. Though he was loving, responsible, and fun, Todd had shown no sign of making any real commitment to the relationship. The couple enjoyed being together, yet anytime Heather tried to talk about getting serious, Todd would make a joke or skate around the issue. So have y'all ever been in a situation where like y'all was with somebody and they kind of, what people say nowadays, like stringing them along, like what are we doing? Like you like girls be like, so what are we? And they just like they don't know what we talking about. So guys and girls do that too, both of them, but this is that situation. Okay, so at 33, Todd valued his freedom and saw no reason for anything in his life to change. Heather's outburst was a response to something Julie had said. You really need to help Todd get moving forward. Heather's words were tinted with frustration, hurt, and a good deal of discouragement. Frustration because she and Todd seemed to be on different tracks. Hurt because her love felt unrequited. And discouraged because she had invested so much of her heart, time, and energy into this relationship. For the past year, Heather had made Todd a high emotional priority in her life. She had given up activities she enjoyed. She had given up relationships she valued. She had tried to become the kind of person she thought Todd would be attracted to. And now it looked like this investment was going nowhere. So I'm going to be honest because there's no reason for me to lie. We're too grown to be lying. So like I've been in situations like where you were with someone and it's like you don't really like feel like you just completely changed for that person like overnight, but you feel like slowly you just start kind of straying away from who you really are, and you kind of just start molding yourself into like what they enjoy and what they like and what they want to do, and it kind of becomes like a slave type thing. Like you don't even really be yourself anymore. You just like want to just make that person happy to the point where you lose yourself. Like, so that is that situation here. Okay, so now it says no kids allowed. Welcome to dating. If you have been in this unique type of relationship, you are probably familiar with the Heather and Todd scenario. Two people are genuinely attracted to each other and start going out. They are hopeful that the relationship will become something special that will lead to marriage and a lifelong soulmate. Things look good for a while, but somehow something breaks down between them, causing heartache. What did I say that like that? I said that causing heartache, frustration, and loneliness. And more often than not, the scenario repeats itself in other relationships down the line. Some people blame dating itself for all of this, thinking that it's not a healthy activity. They would rather find an alternative, such as group friendships, until two people have selected each other to court exclusively. Though dating has its difficulties, we would not take this view. We believe in dating. We did it a lot personally, having been single a combined total of 75 years, and we think it offers lots of good things such as opportunities to grow personally, and learn how to relate to people for starters. So this is just the author is just talking to us about their views and things. So, just saying that they're not against dating, and they've been here before, type of thing. Do y'all see my hand looks really big? Put my hand down. I talk with my hands a lot. I do. Okay, put my hand down. Okay. However, dating does have its risks. That is why we say no kids allowed. That doesn't mean teens shouldn't date, but it does mean, and I highlight this whole portion, but it does mean one's maturity is very important here. But its very nature, dating is experimental, with little commitment initially, so someone can get out of a relationship without having to justify himself much, which that's true. It's like you'll break up and be like, okay, well, why'd you break up with me? And they can't really tell you. Those people are not mature. Or like when you get into a relationship and they just playing around and like still messing around with other people and not really being committed to you, it's like they not ready yet. And 9 times out of 10, or more times out of none, women are a lot more, I guess, mature because of the way some of us may be raised or other factors that venture into that, to the point where we kind of look at things like, so what are we doing? Like, what are we doing? Because I say that a lot, like, what are we doing? Like, it's like, don't waste my time type of thing. And I guess a lot of people have that mentality, like, either you want to be with me or not. Like, it's not like no in between, like maybe, or I'll get back with you tomorrow. Like, it's like, just be an adult about it and say, hey, I don't want to mess with you like that, and keep it stepping. Like, I don't know what's wrong with people, and I'm not going to just say men or women. I don't know what's wrong with people. I guess, like they said, that maturity level is just not up there or on your level because they just cannot decide. I mean, it's like asking a girl what she wants to eat type of situation. And if you guys don't know, most girls, including myself, talking about me, I don't ever know what I want to eat. I don't. I don't. Okay, so let's go ahead and keep it stepping. Putting lots of emotional investment into a relationship can be dangerous. Thus, dating works best between two responsible people, like I said. So now we're going into the problems in freedom and responsibility. This book is not about the nature of dating. However, you cannot do a lot about that. Rather, we are writing about the problems people have and how they conduct their dating lives. There's a great deal you can do about that. Simply put, many of the struggles people experience in dating relationships are, at heart, caused by some problem in the areas of freedom and responsibility. So I highlight this next portion. By freedom, we mean your ability to make choices based on your values rather than choosing out of fear or guilt. So I highlight that portion just to kind of help people like understand those words in this context, so you're not confused. I don't want to be rude, and I do want to say hi to all the people that are joining in at the moment. I don't want y'all to think I'm not looking at the screen, but hello, people. Thank you for tuning in. I apologize I did not start on time at 1 p.m., but I do thank you for sticking around. Like I said, when this video gets posted to YouTube, I would definitely put the link on my Facebook page. This live is going on Facebook. Going on YouTube, my personal YouTube page. I will type it here at the bottom because some people don't know what it is. Let me go ahead and type this in here. This is my YouTube channel name. So if you just put this into your search box on YouTube, I will come up and some of my videos will come up. So that is the name of my YouTube channel, La Vida es RKB, which means the life of RKB. Or if you guys don't know, RKB is my name spelled backwards, so the life of Takara Boyd or Takara B, Kyra, Tika, like whatever, float your boat. So let's go ahead. So by freedom, we mean your ability to make choices based on your values rather than choosing out of fear or guilt. Free people make commitments because they feel it's the right thing to do, and they are wholehearted about it. By responsibility, and I highlight this portion, by responsibility we mean your ability to execute your task and keeping the relationship healthy and loving, as well as being able to say no to things you shouldn't be responsible for. So that's important, guys. That is important. Responsible people shoulder their part of the dating relationship, but they don't tolerate harmful or inappropriate behavior. So if you're in a serious relationship and you feel like it's going to go somewhere, number one, what they're saying is that you have to be able to know your line, basically. Know your boundaries. Basically, that's what this book is about. Boundaries in dating. You need to know what you're going to tolerate and what you're not going to tolerate. What you are going to allow and what you are not going to allow. Okay? I mean, you may allow that said person eating up all your fruit snacks. Okay? They're going to eat up all your fruit snacks. But if they don't clean up the house, like, you may not tolerate that. Like, you know. You can eat up all my fruit snacks. That's fine. That's materialistic. But if you want to live in a dirty house or a dirty apartment, dirty room, wherever y'all stay at, then no, that's not what we're doing. Okay? So, yes, that's what you have to know. You have to know about your freedom. Like I said, like, you may be on your own, you may not be on your own. You need to know what you allow for you and your body. Men and women. Yeah, and then like I said about the responsibility, like, you have to know, put your part up and they part up. Please, let me just make this, let me put this book down for just a second. Let me go ahead and just tell y'all something. I think I started dating back in junior year, so sophomore year. So that was like 2013, okay? 11, 12, 13. Yeah, that was like 2013. I've been dating since then, 2013 to now. And I have a little bit of experience. I mean, but I've been with people long term, so I don't have like a lot of different people under my belt, if so to say. But I've had a lot of experience in those relationships. And let me just say this. It's not 50-50. It's not 25-35. It's not 2 and you 6%. Let me tell you, when you're into a relationship, especially when you're in a serious relationship that you plan to go into marriage, courting, all of that jazz, it's 100% of the man, female, whatever your preference is, and 100% of the other. You have to give all, okay? You can't give half of yourself. You can't get a quarter of yourself. And you sure in the heck can't give none of yourself. Because then what are y'all even working towards? Like, what are y'all doing? What are we doing? Just chilling together? Like, what are we doing? No, that's not what we're doing. So it's like, people need to first get that into their head, that you have to be willing to put your everything into, like, even your relationship with God. Because I don't know if people don't know it, I do have a relationship with God, and I will continue to talk about my relationship with God, and I don't care who gets offended by this. Like, I don't. But just like with God, you don't have A with God, and God sure in the heck do not have A with you. So you have to put your all. Either put it all in or don't put none of it in. That's how I look at it. Do your job all the way, 100, or don't do your job at all. Just go home. Clock out. Put your little punch. Go home. Clock your code in. End of the day. Go home. Because, like, you have to be willing to put all of yourself into that situation, and that other person also has to be willing to put all of themselves into that relationship. Because, like, it's not going to work, and you can't force nobody to do that. You may be like, oh, I'm putting all myself into this, and I'm doing this and that. But that person not mature and ready to do that, and you can't make them. And that'd be the hardest situation, when you have to walk away from those people because you know they got potential and stuff like this. But you gotta walk away. I'm talking about family. I'm talking about friends. I'm talking about your boo thing, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, whatever. The only time when that, I guess, is not acceptable is when you're married, because you have to work on that. But as far as those other things, it's like you can choose being like, hey, I'm gonna deal with this or I'm not. So I just want to go ahead and pop that up in there, okay? That wasn't in the book, but yeah. Y'all see why I don't get on camera and do these Bible study things or anything like this? Because I end up rambling a lot, and it's easier for me to stay focused and do voiceovers. But because this was the first chapter of this boundaries in dating, I really just wanted to come on live and see if people wanted to interact with me and things like that, which I'm not getting a lot of interaction at the moment, but I just wanted to get on here and do that. Do y'all guys like my background? It's actually like, I got this from Macari. It's like the different countries and stuff, but I thought it was a cute little background to put right here. It's a tapestry. It's long, it goes all the way to the floor. I just have it tucked behind my bed here. Okay, get back on subject. Where was I? Okay. Dating is ultimately about love. That's so true. People seek it through dating. When they find it and it matures, they often make deep commitments to each other. Freedom and responsibility are necessary for love to develop in relationships and dating. When two individuals allow each other freedom and take ownership of the relationship, they are creating an environment for love to grow and mature. Freedom and responsibility. What was I saying? Freedom and responsibility create a safe and secure environment for a couple to love, trust, explore, and deepen their experience of each other. Can we just take a moment for how deep this book is getting into my soul? Can we take a moment of like a 5-second moment? Okay, 5 seconds up. Like, this book getting deep. It's getting deep. Okay. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and continue. So actually, these two elements are necessary for any successful relationship, not just dating. So I highlight this whole next portion. Okay, random cough. But the orange part is where I highlighted, and I'm just gonna read that last part at the bottom. Marriage, friendship, parenting, and business connections depend on freedom and responsibility in order for the attachment to flourish. So now this is 1 John 4:18. So this is our biblical part. Did y'all think this was just about science and stuff? No, this was a biblical. That's why I'm bringing that aspect into this. So let me go ahead and read this from 1 John 4, chapter 4, verse 18. It says, God designed love so that there can be no fear or loss of freedom in love. For perfect love casts out fear. 1 John 4:18. We are to speak the truth in love to each other. Ephesians 4:15. Taking responsibility to protect love by confronting problems. Yeah. So let me go ahead and pop those verses in here, since those are our 2 verses, so no one feels like they don't know what it was. I'm just typing it on here. 1 John 4:18. I'm also saying it so you guys can copy it down. 1 John 4:18, and then I'm gonna pop in Ephesians EP HE Ephesians 4:15. There we go. Did I type it in there right, y'all? Make sure y'all can look up those. Also, I'll type in the website where I like to look and get my different Bible things from. My pastor put me on to this, and since then I've just been into this. BibleGateway.com. Okay. So we believe that healthy boundaries are the key to preserving freedom, responsibility, and ultimately love in your dating life. Establishing and keeping good limits can do a great deal to not only cure a bad relationship, but make a good one better. So before we take a look at the ways that dating problems arise from freedom and responsibility conflicts, let's take a brief look at what boundaries are and how they function in your dating relationships. So now, going into this portion, there may be like a couple questions and things you may have. I will stop and address a couple things, to talk about them, have them open for discussion, and then I will continue reading. So you guys know I'm reading when you see me actually going into the book. Other than that, when I'm talking like this, I'm obviously giving an opinion about something related to the topic. So let's go ahead. So it says, what are boundaries? You may not be familiar with the term boundary. For some people, boundaries may bring up images of walls, barriers to intimacy, or even selfishness. Yet, that is not the case, especially in the dating arena. If you understand what boundaries are and do, they can be one of the most helpful tools in your life to develop love, responsibility, and freedom. Let's take a look at what a boundary is, its functions and purpose, and some examples. So now we're going to go ahead and read where it says a property line. Simply put, a boundary as... what am I trying to say? So, simply put, a boundary is a property line. Just as a physical fence marks out where your yard ends and your neighbor's begins, a personal boundary distinguishes what is your emotional or personal property and what belongs to someone else. You can't see your own boundary. However, you can tell it is there when someone crosses it. When another person tries to control you, tries to get too close, or asks you to do something you don't think is right, you should feel some sense of protest. Your boundary has been crossed. Please know that intuition that you get when you feel like somebody's invading your space, or you feel like you should be doing something. That is God telling you, what are you doing? Back up. But give me 50 feet. Arms distance away from me. Sometimes some people be thinking you got 2 arm distance away. Like, some of you don't want to be near you. You got them really bad vibes. 3 arms away. Like, a fence away, a body away. Like, some people you just can't have too close, and your aura, messing up all your spiritual. Don't allow that. Don't allow that. Okay, so now we're on to the functions of boundaries. And I highlight this portion. Boundaries serve 2 important functions. So this is our first function of boundaries. So first, listen to this. First, they define us. Boundaries show what we are and are not, what we agree and disagree with, and what we love and hate. So that's the first function. Let me go ahead and type that on here. So first function of boundaries, typing on my iPad here, is that they define us. I'm just kind of summing up what they said. They show us what we allow and do not allow. That's the first point. Okay. And then I'll put all these Bible verses in here, which I'm going to read now. So it says, God has many clear boundaries. He loves the world. John 3:16. A lot of people know that. So God so loved the world, he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him will not perish, but have everlasting life. Look at me. I knew that verse. Okay, look at God. I almost messed up. He loves cheerful givers. 2 Corinthians 9:7. He hates haughty eyes and a lying tongue. Proverbs 6:16 through 17. Let me go ahead and pop these on camera for you all, so no one's feeling left out. Hello to the people that are tuning in at this moment. I know it's Sunday. I know some people went to church, so I tried to make it to where it wasn't too early for people that go kind of early. But if you're not online now, I mean, it's okay. It will be posted to YouTube, like I said. Hopefully the video won't be too long and I can edit it. If not, it will not be edited. Did I put a 7 there? My ring light's in the way. 9:7. Corinthians 9:7. Oh, and one more. Proverbs. Just want to make sure you guys get all the information. I'm trying to make it as interactive as possible, but I do not want to keep typing up really long things, so I'll just make sure I pop these verses in there really quickly. Let me spit y'all these Jesus rhymes. Okay, so let's continue. As people made in his image, we also are to be honest and truthful about what we are and are not. That is important. That has a dual meaning. Let me reread that. We also are to be honest and truthful about what we are and are not. Some of you may have personal things going on with your life. Let me say something. So, okay, let's just be honest. Let's go ahead and get it out there. Because, like I said, I'm not going to let nobody else spill my tea before I spill my own tea. So, let me go ahead and get into that, okay? Let me go ahead. So, if you guys don't know, I am dating somebody. Been dating for a long time now, which feels like eternity. But it's not. I've been dating this person for 2 years. And probably going on 2 years and a half. So, yeah. So, in all of that, to say that, not to brag or anything, but to just say that, it's like, in the beginning, I kind of just lay everything out on the table, and so did that other person. Because when you get in a relationship, everything, it shouldn't be like stuff is now coming out, which stuff does. And I'm not saying that that's wrong, because some people are just not ready and that open to bring all those things on the table first. But I feel like with me, I just bring everything out, and I be truthful about who I am, how I act about certain things, what I like and what I don't like, what's my favorite color, what's my favorite food. I just come out and say all of that just to say it, so when it comes up, it's not like, oh, this is the first time I'm hearing that. What is she saying? Or what is he saying? Or something like that. Whatever. It's already been out and laid on the table. So, just saying that. Maybe that can help some people when people don't want to open up. Like, especially in the dating phase. That's the initial phase. Like, when you guys first meet and stuff. That's, like, the best time. Because it's like you guys don't know each other on that level yet. And it's kind of like we're still friends, but we like each other type of thing. So, it's like you could kind of just be like, hey, this is what's going on in my life, so let me tell you what's going on, okay? So that's what you could kind of do. You know, just some opinion to you guys. Okay, so let's go ahead and continue. Okay, so dating goes much better when you are defined, like I just said. When you are clear about your values, preferences, and morals. I stay in Dixmoor still, if nobody knows that. Let me type in this. I still stay in Dixmoor, guys. I have not moved yet. I do plan to move to a location not too far from here, to be honest with you guys, in the next year or two. Do I plan to stay in Illinois? No, I do not. I do plan to move to Florida, if no one also knows that. Just trying to get my degree. So yeah, so dating goes much better when you are defined, when you are clear about your values, preferences, and morals. Dixmoor, message me. I'm not gonna put all my information up here. People know where I stay at, though. A lot of people know where I am. Dixmoor, you probably are more familiar with it if I tell you I'm at home. But message me. I have my phone. Personal questions, please message me. I have my phone. I'm not recording on my phone, so message me through Messenger, because I'm not trying to put all my details up on the live screen, okay? I did tell y'all that this is going on YouTube, so YouTube don't get all the tea, okay? So, just message me. I know we're friends on Facebook, so just message me. I'll even respond to you on camera. Phone's right here. Right here. I have a boring life, so please message me. I'm bored. I'm not bored because I'm on live, but just message me, girl. And how you doing? Ain't talked to you in a while. I've been seeing you, girl. Hey, girl. I'm so weird, y'all. Okay. So, dating goes much better when you are defined, when you are clear about your values, preferences, and morals. You solve many problems before they start. So, see, like I said, when you just lay it out on the table, they already know. If you crazy, tell them you crazy. Like, I tell everyone that. I'm like, I'm a little loca, okay? So, for example, a woman may tell a guy she is going out with that she is... Hold on, I just read that extra weird. Okay, so, for example, a woman may tell a guy she is going out with that she is serious about her spiritual life and desires that in people she is close to. She is letting him know about something that defines her, and it is out front between them so that he will know who she is. So this is the second one. I'm going to type it on here. The second function of boundaries is that they protect us. Boundaries keep good things in and bad things out. When we don't have clear limits, we can expose ourselves to unhealthy and destructive influence and people. That is so true. So this is the second function of boundaries. So the second, let me type it in here. Camilla, I'm on live, please. The second function of boundaries is that they protect us. Sorry if the typing is off. Not that I'm spelling anything wrong, but like the capitalization is off because I have my ring light, my lighting and stuff all around here. Also, let me go ahead and pop this Bible verse on here as well, because we're going to get to it in just a second. 27:2. Okay, so like I said, the second function of boundaries is that they protect us. They allow what we, like I said, it's just the thing about what you allow and don't allow. What do you, sorry that my bra strap is showing, y'all. I'm not trying to be doing all of that. Okay. So it just allows what you do allow and don't allow. So now it says, prudent people see danger and hide from it. That's the verse I just put. Proverbs 27:12. For example, a man and woman who are getting close in their relationship may want to set some limits on dating other people, so as to protect each other's hearts from unnecessary harm. Boundaries protect by letting others know what you will and will not tolerate. So now it says examples of boundaries. So I'm going to just let you guys know, because I actually read this part. This is the part where you most want to listen. This is the first chapter of this book. If you don't listen to what I'm saying, if you're doing this journey with me, like especially on my YouTube channel, Getting Closer to God, and you're following what I'm saying, and you're doing the questions, and you're really been up your faith with God, praying and stuff, this is the chapter here. This is the initial chapter that you really want to listen to, and you really want to say, okay, these are my boundaries. These are things that I do allow, what I don't allow, whether it's sexual, whether it's physical, whether it's emotional, mental, all that stuff. Whatever that is for you, you could keep a little journal, like a little notebook. Get you one from Dollar Tree, get you a little cute one from Dollar Tree, get you one from Walmart, wherever you go, and you can keep this stuff and keep going on track if you feel like that's what you need to do. Or you could just answer on camera, or answer in your head, or however you want to answer. I'm going to apologize for any noise that you're going to hear as people are coming in and out and moving around and speaking, just so there's no shock to that. But can we just take a moment for the lighting? Can we just take a moment for the light? The light. And my makeup. Can we take a moment for this makeup? It's probably fading, but my face look bomb. Bomb.com. Okay. Y'all, this is really why I cannot do these on camera videos. This is why I actually stopped getting on camera, because I'm so goofy sometimes, and it's just like, can we continue please? Like, this video already 10 minutes long. Like, okay, so now we're going on to the examples of boundaries. There are several kinds of limits we can set and use in dating, all depending on circumstances. Here are a few, and they're going to list them. Words, telling someone no and being honest about your disagreement. The truth, bringing reality to a problem. Distance, allowing time or physical space between two people, or to protect distance, allowing time or physical space between two people to protect or as a consequence for irresponsible behavior and other people. Using supportive friends to help keep a limit. Like I said, I apologize for anything background noise you hear, people talking and things like that. So words, the truth, distance. Shania, did TT ever contact you back? Oh, other people. Okay. Yeah, those are just some examples of boundaries. So sometimes you will use these boundaries to simply let your date know your heart. I am sensitive and I wanted you to know that, so that we can be aware of next time and we won't get hurt so easily. So that could be like something you may say, like the reason, like, oh, why are you spilling all this? Why are you telling me all this? Oh, well, I just want you to know what it is, what it is. That's basically what they're saying. In slang term, that's what that's saying. Okay. So at other times you may need to use boundaries to confront a problem and protect yourself or the relationship, which you can still say this: I will not go as far as you want sexually, and if you continue pushing, I will not see you again. hold on to your boundaries, Chico. Hold on to your boundaries, Chico. Like, don't let nobody push you out of your boundaries. If you trying to be in there with the sheep and you not trying to get ate by the wolf, don't be letting nobody push you out the fence, if you know what I mean. Okay? Don't let nobody push you out the fence. Sit them with them little warm, fluffy sheep. Y'all are warm and cuddled up, okay? Don't be letting nobody push you out there and be doing bad stuff and be doing something that make you uncomfortable, that be messing with your spiritual. Don't. No. And I'm talking about friends, family, and relations. I'm talking about every aspect of this, because all this relates to relationships. It's not just talking about and dating, but it's say how healthy choices grow healthy relationships. So we're talking about relationships in general. Okay, like I said, if you hear people talking, I apologize for that. I'm still going to continue this video. We only have about 2 pages left, and then I may do another live and just open up for discussion, or just ask you guys what you did or did not like about this video. So let's continue. So okay, so what's inside your boundaries? Remember that boundaries are a fence protecting your property. In dating, your property is your own soul. Can I just say, I love the way this book be like saying stuff like, it's just so nice. So your property is your own soul. Let me type that on here. Your property. Oop, can't spell. Your property is your own soul. Boundaries surround the life God has given you to maintain and mature so that you can become the person He created you to be. Here are some of the contents of yourself that boundaries define and protect. Your love, your deepest capacity to connect and trust, your emotions, your need to own your feelings and not be controlled by someone else's feelings, your values, your need to have your life reflect what you care about most deeply, your behaviors, your control over how you act in your dating relationship, and your attitudes, your stances and opinions about yourself and your date. So let me go ahead and pop these on the screen too, so no one feels like they're getting lost. So your love, so the boundaries protect these things: your love, your emotions. I am typing. Your values, your behaviors, your attitudes. You and only you are responsible for what is inside your boundaries. So when you were in there with the sheep, let's use that analogy. So when you were in there with the sheep, you got your fluffy white hair. The next person got their fluffy gray hair. Another person got their fluffy, let's say, brown hair. I don't know what color sheep come in. I just know there's white. I've seen white sheep, black sheep, and like some gray sheep. Okay. So let's just say you in there, you chilling with your sheep, okay? Y'all chilling. And it's like a wolf outside the fence. And somebody be like, let's go outside the fence, girl. You know, they told me that you know, he got money, the wolf got money, but you know the wolf ain't no good thing, but he got money, and you know, I know I'm supposed to be in my boundaries, but he got money, and she got money, whoever, I don't know what the incentive is. Oh, he got this good, or he know how to cook, whatever the hell, and you don't feel uncomfortable, and that girl go out there and she get ate, like, she stepped out of her boundary. She shouldn't have gone out of her boundary. She's allowed something into her life, into her body, into her soul, into her mind, into her spiritual, into her mental, into her physical that was not supposed to even be there in the beginning, but she allowed it. Please understand that analogy. Please understand that, you know, boundaries are there to protect you. You know, only you know your own boundaries. You only know your limit. No one can tell you your limit. Nobody can tell you what you can and cannot take, whether that comes to pain, physical, mental, emotional, spiritual. Nobody can tell you that, but you have to know. You feel it deep in your soul when you know, like you know, when you do something wrong or you do something bad, you be like, dang, why I do that? Like, that's how you be kind of feel, especially when you sin, and then you be like, dang, why I do that, God? Like, I feel bad. But you learn from your mistakes, and your mistakes become habits if you keep doing it. So, check one. Y'all, I'm getting nasally, and I need to take a tea break. A tea break. I need to take a tea break. What type of tea am I drinking? I'm drinking Tazo black tea. See, this is why I do the voiceovers, because I get really thirsty when I talk on camera. Okay, so like I just posted on there, your love, your emotions, your values, your behaviors, attitudes, that is what is protected by your boundaries. Okay, continuing. So you and only you are responsible for what is inside your boundary. So if you're the sheep and let's say it's one sheep and it's all y'all in the sheep. No, let me reiterate that. So let's say like there's a bunch of sheep and that's to represent you, and the wolf is on the outside. That's the bad thing. That's outside of your boundary. If you guys are in the fence and the thing that's outside of your boundary, like you know how far out the fence you can go before the wolf gets you. So you know how far you can go. Okay, that's what that's saying. So it says your inability to set limits on their control is the problem. Boundaries are the key to keeping your very soul safe, protected, and growing. I just love how this book just says stuff like, it's just so like, that's nice. That's nice. So let me just type that for you all, because that was such a good quote. Ooh. Let me type this. Boundaries are the key to can't spell are the key to keeping your very soul safe. Safe. Tell me why I typed in safe and savage came up. Protected. I use that word a lot. Protected and growing. Such a good quote. Had to share it. Okay. You will find many, many examples and situations in this book about how to apply boundary principles in your dating life. Just remember that you are not being mean when you say no. Let me reread that. Just remember that you are not being mean when you say no. If you have to say no to anything that you feel violates your privacy, your boundaries, your spiritual, your mental, your physical, your emotional, any of that, do not feel bad about it. Say it and keep it stepping. Either you respect it or you do not. Let me look at the camera. Either you respect it or you do not. Okay? Okay. Instead, you may be saving yourself or even the relationship from harm. Men and women, do not feel no way when you say no to anything that you know that will not further you in your life, okay? 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 Okay, question mark? Okay? 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 Okay. So how boundary problems show themselves. So we got one more page, 2 more pages left. Just 2 more. And then we're on to the next. We're going to stop at that chapter. But let's keep it stepping because I'm enjoying myself. Okay, I'm seeing some people come on. Hello, 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 hello. Thanks for tuning in. This is La Vida de KB. We're basically videos to document my life, just in case you got to miss that. And if you guys don't know, I'll go ahead and pop my YouTube channel back on here. A lot of people ask me what's my YouTube channel, La Vida de KB, or The Life of Arikat KB. It's the life of myself. I do vlogs, hauls, discussions, Bible studies. I do natural hair. I do makeup. I do everything to involve my life. I do everything. Check it out. I put a lot of work, time, effort, money into my channel, okay? To give you guys good lighting, good background, good everything, good face, good everything, okay? Check it out. Support your black businesses. Support, support, support. Oh, my leg is cramping, y'all. Hold on. Hold on. Leg is cramping. Oh. That Indian style ain't what it used to be, y'all. That little Indian style, when we had to get an Indian style in preschool, y'all. My niece. Oh no. The niece. Oh no. Let me do like a little stretch, a little Pilates in here, because the way my leg is set up over here is not really nice. Okay. So now we're on to how boundary problems show themselves. There are lots of ways that dating suffers when freedom and responsibility are not appropriately present. Here are a few of them. So, we're into this part. Loss of freedom to be oneself. Sometimes one person will give up her identity and lifestyle to keep a relationship together. We were talking about this in the beginning. Then, when her true feelings emerge, the other person doesn't like who she really is, having never been exposed to her real self. Heather, in the introductory illustration, had lost some of her freedom in this way. So like I said, if you try to conform to somebody, you lose yourself. When you lose yourself, you don't know yourself. You only know what you were trying to be to that person, right? So before you even get in a dating phase, before you even get to that point, in the beginning, when God created, so in the beginning of your relationship, or the beginning of when you guys meet, when you go on that first date to Applebee's, when you go on that first date to McDonald's, when you go on that first date to, Wendy's, because I like to eat, okay? Your girl like to eat. So if you want to take your girl out to go out to eat, we can go out to eat, okay? Your girl can eat, okay? But that's what's up. But what I'm trying to I'm just being funny. But the point I'm trying to make is, lay it out on the table in the beginning if you possibly can. If it's something that you know that's a little bit more deep, like something deep within inside, you have to deep in and reach out, then you may want to wait and not scare the person off. But you do want to eventually say that, because you don't want to feel like you have to be someone else. Be yourself, boo-boo. Be yourself. That's the best you can be, is be yourself, okay? You can't do you like nobody else can do, okay? So be yourself, boo-boo, because what it say? Loss of freedom to be oneself. Look, I'm reading right out of here, y'all. I'm reading right out of here. I'm going with my guide. Okay, I'm just giving y'all a little insight. But right here, get this book, y'all. Or stay tuned in on my YouTube channel. You ain't even got to buy the book. Just listen to my podcast, okay? Just listen. You ain't even got to buy the book. It's free. It's free to subscribe. It's free to like. Free to comment. Free to everything. So please, go over there. Come back over here. Let me know you checked it out. Put a lot of time and effort into that channel, okay? Okay, so being with the wrong person is the second thing. So let me go ahead and type these in here so we're not losing track of where we are. Loss of freedom. Freedom. Sorry, I don't know the words to that Beyonce song. Y'all know that song? I can't remember. Is it called Freedom, y'all? I'm slow. Okay, and then the other one, being with the wrong person. Okay, so being with the wrong person. When we have well-developed boundaries, we are more drawn to healthy, growing people. We are clear about what we will tolerate and what we love. Good boundaries run off the wackos and attract people who are into responsibility and relationships. But when our boundaries are unclear and undeveloped, we run the risk of allowing people inside who shouldn't be there. Oh my goodness, this book is good. Okay, the book is good. The book is good. The good book is good. But yes, this book is just taking the words, just taking all of how I feel about this topic and just letting y'all know it is what it is, okay? But yes, if you don't have clear boundaries, your gate gonna be all shaky. Well, all your sheep in the gate, right? So let's go back to our analogy. So all your sheep in the gate. And if you got a good sturdy fence, you got a metal rod, you got a real good titanium, I don't know what the stronger metal is, but you got a real good fence, okay? Really good fence. Ain't none of them gonna get out, ain't none gonna get in. But if you got you a wooden, brokety, backety, crickety, crackety, old looking fence that's been up there for too long, you been patching up glue, trying to put some nails in there, and it's falling apart. I'm laughing because I don't know why I use this analogy. It's funny though. Then what are you doing? You gonna allow anything and everything to come up into your thing. Oh, thank you. Yes, I'm dropping a lot of knowledge. Thank you. Thank you. You feel like this is Sunday school. I do not plan to do these every Sunday. I just happened to be off this day and I was able to do it. But yeah, I am dropping a lot of knowledge. If you should rewind and watch this live. But also go to my YouTube channel. I'm doing a whole series called basically Getting Closer to God, talking about dating. I'm talking about different topics like, thank you. I love the support. I love my family, y'all. Ooh, let me fix the camera. And see, it don't really feel like Bible study because I'm not really strict like, you have to do this, you have to do that. Not saying that all Bible study is like that. Don't want to bash nobody. But I like to have fun. I like to talk about it and everything. I mean, life is life. Like, this is the book here. You don't have to buy the book. Like I said, I read everything from out of here as well as the other book I had. Like I tell people, don't buy the book. Don't worry about wasting your money. I'm going to read everything out of here. We're going to have discussion. It's going to be like you have a best friend trying to get closer to God with you. So, boom. So, boom. Okay, let me go ahead to the next topic because I keep getting off topic and we ain't going to get through these 2 pages. Okay, so now the next topic is, let me go ahead and type it in here. This video will be posted to YouTube, guys. So I'm trying to use people's names, but if you don't want to be on my YouTube channel, a lot of people that I'm talking about know about my channel, so it's like, I really don't care. Inner hurts. I'm typing the next topic we're going to talk about on y'all what did I type and how do I turn my camera around? Oh. Y'all, like, this has changed. Like, Facebook Live, not saying it's bad though, it's really good. It has changed so much that I haven't used it in such a long time that I don't know how to use it. Inner hurt. I'm trying to type the next. It's a little long. I'm trying to type the next thing we're going to talk about.
Can I use the nail remover?
Then no, our values.
And I can't cut it because it's
okay, I'm on live at the moment. No. Okay, so the next topic, because everything when it gets interrupted when I'm trying to do this. Okay, so dating from inner hurt rather than our values. So that's the next thing we're going to talk about. Hello, other person that just tuned in. We're talking about boundaries and dating. Just go ahead and let me fill some people in. We're close to the mid to end. If you want, you can go ahead and rewind and watch the live back. It will also be posted on YouTube, so I'm not going to use anyone's names if you don't want me to. Also, check out my YouTube channel. I'll go ahead and pop it. I'll go ahead and pop it down here in the discussion. La Vida AKB. If you're trying to get closer to God, get up on it. I'll do a lot of different things like natural hair and things and vlogs. I'm going on vacation soon, guys, so you guys will have a vlog, but please go ahead and search that into your YouTube search box, and I should come up, okay? This pretty face should come up. Go ahead and press the subscribe button, notification button, like button, and go ahead and comment while you dare, boo-boo, okay? Because I got to go ahead and promote. I don't have the money to buy a promoter, so I have to self-promote. Do not hate the game or the player. Just hate what you're not doing, okay? Okay, let me get on to this, because see, this, I'm too silly. This is why I do voiceover. Ooh, my camera about to fall. Don't fall on me. Don't follow me. Don't follow me. Please don't fall. For real. I have like a tripod set up with an iPad that's a little too heavy, and we're not going to just talk about my setup, okay? I'm buying a camera, okay? You girl, you got to save some money, okay? Anybody want to send me a camera, go ahead. Go ahead. Anyway, so dating from inner hurt rather than our values. Boundaries have so much to do with our values, what we believe and live out in life. When our boundaries are clear, our values can dictate what kinds of people fit the best. So like I said, if you got all your sheep and your fence, you got a good fence, they going to stay in. You got a rickety-rackety, brokety-brackety little wood fence, then ain't everything going to get in there. Yeah, don't hate the player, don't hate the game, don't hate none of it. Just hate what you're not doing. Like, okay. Ooh, I thought my camera was about to follow me, y'all. Let me hurry up, because this camera, the way this is set up is so crazy. Okay. But often people with poor boundaries have some soul work to do, and they unwillingly attempt to work it out in dating. You can't be trying to get your spiritual together and try to bring somebody into your life. Like, what are you doing? That's like disrespectful. Like, don't try to bring somebody else into your problems. Like, get yourself together first and then be like, okay, I'm feel good enough to where I can bring someone else, and I want to enlighten someone else, and I want to love on somebody else, and I want to respect somebody else, and I want to do this XYZ for somebody else. But make sure you have yourself together first, okay? Don't be just trying to bring all these people up into your life, friends too, family too, a lot of people, and you don't have yourself together. Like, you have to really evaluate yourself, make sure you and God on good terms, like this, and like this, like two ways. Like, y'all make sure y'all on point with Jesus, and then you could be like, God, send me a good man, send me a good woman, send me something good, whatever you like. I'm not being discriminative. As I said, just send whatever you like, okay? And then when you say that, you need to say, in your timing, in your works, okay? What you think is good for me, because the way I got my person, like, I had just broke up with somebody, and I'm like, fam, why are you trying to slide in my DMs? So, like, cool, what are we doing? That's a different story. We're not gonna talk about that, okay? But it just be like how God be working, be kind of funny. Like, God work in mysterious ways. He really do be working in mysterious ways, okay, y'all? God is good all the time. All the time, God is good. Like, okay, let me continue, because see, this is the problem. I can't even get to this page. What was we talking about, y'all? Soul work. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Soul work. Okay, so yeah, instead of picking people because of their values, listen to this. Instead of picking people because of their values, they react to their inner struggles and choose in some devastating ways. You can't be bringing people into your hurt. Because let's say, like, some guy hurt you and cheated on you. No, that's not. Let me say. Yeah, it's the song by Music Soul Child. It's called, something like Cats. And if you don't know what Cats is, it's like really catty people, or it could mean like low down people, like people that like just done you wrong. That's what that mean, like all these low down cats. And the song basically go, I don't know how to sing it, I just remember the words, and it's gonna I'm gonna make it back to this. Hold on, let me get around the circle and then I'll make it back to home. But he was basically like, don't blame me for what those men did to you, or like, you know, I just want to love you, or basically like that. Like, that's what God, like, I know, like, you know, you done been through some stuff, and you done been through the rickety rackety, you've been through the brown fist shook up in the little shooker, okay, you've been shook up. And we all have hurt, and we all have things that we feel bad about, or things that we went through that we wish could have went differently, but we can't blame people. We learn to deal with it. We learn to pray about it. We learn to talk to Jesus about it. We learn to find a good group of people that we could talk about our certain issues. Hi, people. I'm sorry, I just got really happy. Somebody I ain't talked to in a long time just popped in on here. Hello. How y'all doing? Okay. But you really do have to learn to love yourself first and get you together. But then when you get you together, well, not even when you get together, when you feel like it's time, or God feel like it's time, God just gonna be waiting, knock at the door. He gonna be like this. Let me tell you how God gonna be. He gonna wait and listen. Knock, knock, knock. He not gonna just barge up in your life. Like, he wait at the door knocking, and when you come in, God gonna take over. Okay, God not just gonna come in and sit on the couch and ask for God gonna come in and wreck your world. He gonna rock your world. Okay, God gonna rock your world, and like, it's gonna be the best thing ever. God is truly rocking my world, guys, and I've been so blessed and so happy and so thankful for everything. All the people he's took out of my life, all the people he's took out and brought back in. Let me get back to this, because I'm about to go ahead and start preaching. I don't even preach, y'all. Let me get back to this book, okay? Because that's another story, okay? That's another story. Let's go back. Okay, so instead of picking people because of their values, they react to their inner struggles and choose in some devastating ways. For example, the woman with controlling parents may be drawn to controlling men. Conversely, is that how you pronounce the word, y'all? Conversely, another woman with the same sort of background may react the opposite way, picking passive and compliant men so as to never be controlled. Either way, the hurt part inside is picking, not the values. You got to deal with those things. I'm not going to tell you what age, what year. And the only way you could deal with them is through God. God is the key. God is the answer. God is the way. But you got to want to change yourself first. Okay? You can't just be like, well, now I got King Jesus. Everything going to be okay. Yeah, but what are you doing? Like, you can't just be expecting God to just do everything. You still doing everything you was doing back in 2010, 2005. Like, what is 2005? 2005. You can't be expecting change if you just sitting on your butt. Like, get real with yourself, okay? Next part, not dating. That's the next topic. Let me go ahead and pop that up into the discussion. Do we have any questions, guys? I know people just kind of getting in here. Any questions, you're welcome to ask. You're welcome to even get on here, and I'll bring you onto my live with me, and you can talk about something if you want to. If you say something crazy, I will kindly delete you and X you off of here. So don't do that. But if you have anything insight to talk about boundaries of dating, even if you're a single man, single woman, you ain't even got to be in a relationship. We're just talking about personal stuff. I'll eventually come with you guys about my relationship in another video. This is not the video for that, because this is about this. But if that's the question, I will not answer it right now. It's about this. Get on topic. Okay, so now we're on to not dating. Sadly, some people who really want to be dating are on the sidelines, wondering if they will ever find anyone. And let me say something else. Okay. Women do not chase men. Read it in the Bible. Women do not chase men. Don't it go something like this? Like, don't quote me, but your girl could be reading the Bible. Your girl remembers words, but she don't remember verses. But don't it say, like, a man that goes and finds a wife finds a good thing? And then, if he go find a good thing, so if a man has been led, and his steps are led by God, to go find a wife, and if you find a wife, it's a good thing. You gotta be a good woman. So, I'm gonna just let that sit out there. I'm gonna let that simmer. Okay. Alright. Okay. Sadly, some people who really want to be dating are on the sidelines, wondering if they will ever find anyone, or if anyone will find them. This is often caused by boundary conflicts, when people withdraw to avoid hurt and risk, and end up empty-handed. So you don't want to completely withdraw. Be open to those opportunities, because like I was doing in my prologue, I think it was saying something like, as long as you're doing things in good ways that are pleasing to God, I mean, it's okay to date, and it's okay to build relationships and build up, and I mean relationships like friendships and business relationships. It's good to just have good people around you, have good space around you. It's good, you know. I'm typing the next portion we're going to talk about in here so you guys can get it, because it's pretty short. So I just want to make sure you guys are getting it on here before I get to it. The relationship. This is the next one. Hold on, let me stop and read the comments. Okay, wait. So yeah, the next thing we're going to talk about is doing too much in relationships. Let me go ahead and read this. Oh, that's cute. Yes, but literally what I'm talking about is true. I wouldn't tell a story. I'm not trying to show you all my bro. I'm not trying to be all like that up on here. But yeah, I'm only speaking from what's in the book. I mean, but if you feel like this is lit and you feel like I'm like talking to your life, like, you know how you be in church, you be like, okay, pastor, like, you speaking to my life. Okay, God, I see you, God. I see what you did. I see what you did right there, God. Then, so be it. But I don't know the situation, so I don't want to say yes, confirmation, yes, I'm talking about, no, I don't want to say that. I'm just reading from what's in here. But if you feel like that's what it is, then more power to you, boo-boo, and you're welcome. Okay, you're welcome. So that next topic is doing too much in the relationship. So let's go ahead and read that part. Many people with boundary problems overstep their boundaries and don't know when to stop giving of themselves. They will put their lives and hearts on hold for someone, only to find out that the other person was willing to take all of that, but never really want to deeply commit. Good boundaries help you know how much to give and when to stop giving. Let me go ahead and just put my little bookmark, because I'm about to go ahead and ramble about this. I have had terrible people in my life. Friends, family, relationships, whatever. Not gonna get no names. Not gonna say no names. Do I gotta bring my nose, y'all? Oh, that's a light reflection. But truly, that is so true. You really have to know when to stop allowing people into your life that are destructive, that have nothing good to say, that are constantly criticizing everything that you do. You have to learn to stop accepting that. And when you will feel lonely as Agent Apocalyptic. You will feel very lonely. But sometimes God want to get you alone just so he could talk to you. He really do. When you get everything taken away from you, you feel like this your last little round. You went out in the ring and this your last little round. Sometimes God want to get you alone. Okay, I don't want my camera to fall on me, y'all. Don't want the camera. But it could be a very lonely place. And don't try to fill that loneliness with things that you know you're not supposed to be doing, or people that you know are bad just because you feel alone. Ooh, what did I click? Y'all, how I go back to the discussion? Okay, you just swipe. Okay. This all new to me. I'm so old. But yes. And then what else is saying here? Yes, stop giving a lot of yourself to people that don't deserve it. If we're going to talk about sexually, don't be messing around with people, okay, that don't deserve it. Men and women. Whatever you like to label yourself as, don't be doing that. They don't deserve it. No. You be like, I am on my boundaries and I'm not allowing this to happen. Be strong to your boundaries, okay, because anybody going to be strong for you. Be strong to your boundaries, okay? Be strong. It ain't easy. I ain't never say it was easy. If it was easy, everybody would be out here doing the right thing. But it ain't. And only the strong will survive. The godly will survive, okay? The holy will survive, okay? Okay, this is the next topic. So your camera almost fell. Freedom without responsibility. That's next topic. Freedom without, did I put personality? Oh, responsibility. Okay. Freedom must always be accompanied by responsibility. When one person enjoys the freedom of dating and takes no responsibility for himself, problems occur. Someone who is having his cake and eating it too in his dating relationship is in this category. This is Todd's situation. He enjoyed Heather but didn't want to make any responsibility to develop the relationships, though a great deal of time had passed. Let me also address this. You have to have maturity. You have to be true to yourself. You have to know yourself. You have to have God. You have to be realistic. And that's what those deep conversations come up. Even when I have with my guy. Like, what are we doing? What are our goals? And I ask that like every couple months, because it's so easy to just be like, we're just going to do this for however long, whenever. But you got to have goals. Whether you long distance or not, whether you got somebody here or not, you have to have goals. Whatever goals will be, maybe different for me, maybe different for you and your relationship. But they have to be realistic goals. And if they need to be changed, they can be changed, but they need to be discussed. So when a time comes up, let's say you guys want to move in together. When a time comes up, it's not like nobody never talked about it, or I didn't know, or I didn't know this was happening this fast. I'm not sure if I'm ready. I don't even know if I want to be with you. It's like you don't want that to be, the basis of your relationship. You want to be open. I mean, so like I said, some people are not like that. I'm very open about a lot of stuff, just not on some platforms, but you want to be able to have that closeness with a person and be able to basically tell them what's not only your plans for you and what you want to personally do, whether they're with you or not, because you got to have your own goals, but you also want to know what that person's goals are and what are you guys' goals together. Now that you're together, how are you guys going to move towards how are you guys going to move with God together but separately? That's basically what marriage and a relationship is. It's, well, more or less, I'm talking about marriage because that's the ultimate thing, but it's to be together with God but to be walking on separate paths. When you're with God, you're walking, following Him, and He's guiding you, but you're blinded. So your hands being held out, He's walking with you, and He's guiding you, but you can't see. That's what that relationship is. It's by faith. By faith I will walk. Okay. So let me go ahead and and continue. Hello, people that are tuning in. Hello. Talking about boundaries and dating. It's a new thing on my YouTube channel. If you don't know what my YouTube channel is, Labitas at KB. I will go ahead and pop it in here for like the 60th time, which is okay. I do vlogs, hauls, natural hair. I'd have discussion videos like this. I just happen to do this on live because it's something different. I really don't want my camera to fall, you guys. Ooh. Y'all, if this camera follow me, I'm gonna be hurt. But yes, that's what I was talking about. Okay, so now the next topic is control issues. And I'm really spending a lot of time in these issues because we're going to have a discussion at the end. And I just want to make sure everyone's understanding. So we're going to talk about control issues next. And then we're going to talk about not taking responsibility to say no. Okay, so those next two things we're going to talk about. So now we're going to talk about control issues. And it says, more often than not, one person wants to get serious sooner than another, like I was talking about. Sometimes in this situation, the more serious person attempts to rein in the other person by manipulation, guilt, domination, and intimidation. Love has become secondary and control has become primary. Now, people always like to say, who wear the pants in a relationship? Forget all of that. Forget all of that. None of that really freaking matter. Like, it's funny, yeah, hee hee ha ha. But it shouldn't be like something is like, we need to know who wears the pants in this, or we need to know who. Get out of all of that. Get all of that worldly mess. Like, boom, bye. Like, just worry about what you guys are trying to do together. Okay? Worry about not who gonna take control, who not gonna take control, who gonna be the submissive, who gonna be. Get out of all of that. Because then it's not even like they just said, it's not even about loving, it's about who's trying to be in control of this. You guys are both control of it. You guys are both in it to win it. High School Musical, in it to win it. Like, in it to win it. Like, so don't be into all of that. Like, just worry about your goals and what you're trying to achieve, and move on. Keep it stepping, keep it moving, keep growing, keep prospering, keep improving. Like, okay. Next topic, like I said, is not taking responsibility to say no. This describes the quote-unquote nice guy who allows disrespect and poor treatment by his date and either minimizes the reality that he is being mistreated or simply hopes that one day she will stop. He disowns his responsibility to set a limit on bad things happening to him. And yes, this does happen a lot with the good guys. Like, the good guys finish last, saying like, oh, good girls finish last. Like, your time will come, but you need to know when you're being disrespected. You need to know when people are not valuing you. Okay, you need to know when you're being trampled on, stepped on, and pushed to the side. You need to know that, because if not, you're going to keep allowing those things to continue to happen because that's all you may be used to, or you feel like you're not going to get anything better than what is already here, and you cannot feel like that. You need to be so adamant, and if you don't know what that is, you need to be like, I'm not going to accept nothing less than the best. Like, it's not okay. This ring light is not even keeping any light on my. It's completely gone. It's dim, y'all. I might as well just take it off. But there is nothing wrong with being like, I'm not going to take less than the best. I want the high quality. I want 5 star, 6 star, 7 star, nothing less than 5 star. Like, that's how you gotta be, especially when you're in a relationship. You gotta be like, I don't want nothing more than the best. I mean, I don't want nothing better. I don't want nothing less than the best. I will not accept anything less than XYZ or GHA or whatever letter you want to use. When you want to accept XYZ in a relationship and your life and this blah blah, you have to just have those goals set for yourself, because if not, you will accept anything that's thrown at you, and to some form that's self-destructive, and that's a form of self-hate. Okay. Now this is probably the big thing that a lot of people, let me be honest. this probably going to be the biggest thing that's probably going to change the way I do a lot of my YouTube and a lot of my videos, especially talking about God. I do not mind talking about anything. Life, it is what it is. Life is life, and people get it different ways. That's why I read Bible stuff, but I also talk like this. I give y'all the raw me, like just talking, like giving y'all my opinion, because that's how people relate to things, and they also relate to your testimony. So sometimes I may find you me talking about a situation I've been through or whatnot. But this next topic, I'm not scared to talk about at church. I'm not scared to talk about at home. I'm just not scared to talk about because it is a big thing, especially with younger people. And I'm not going to spill all of my tea here, but like as you keep doing those take close looks with me, you will definitely know what I'm talking about. But the big thing that people just don't want to talk about is this. So let's go ahead and read this. And I'm going to go ahead and just pop the topic on live. R-O, because people act like we can't talk about it. It's good to talk about it because a lot of people don't know that it was given by God as a thing to do in marriage. And because it's been looked at as, oh, that's evil, that's devilish, that's the devil. No, it's not. The ways may be, but what it is not at all. Read your Bible. Stay in tuned. People staying in tune in all this worldly stuff. Stay in tune in the Bible because it's not. You're being tricked. You're being told a story. You're being tricked. It's not. It's when you do it and how you do it. Okay? And let's go ahead and jump into this. Sexual impropriety. I think that's how you say that word. Couples often have difficulty keeping appropriate physical limits. And let me say this. People's definition of a virgin is, there's no definition of virgin if you didn't know that. It's all in how you look at it and to yourself as a person. If people did not know that. It's a self-defining thing. Also, your physical limits may be different from the next person's physical limits. And therefore, you cannot judge somebody based on what they decide to do versus what you decide to do. Because you know what that's called? Judgment. And who are you to judge? You come from the dirt just like the next person. How can I judge if we both made it the same thing? Somebody tell me that. How can dirt talk about dirt? How can a fish talk about a fish? Y'all made it the same thing. What we do that at though? So let me go ahead and let this simmer, because what we do that at? Because I always tell people, I'm not to judge. Who am I to judge? I'm nothing to judge. I come from the same thing that you come from. From dust we come, to dust we go. We all dust, okay? All right. Brought us to dust and breathed life into us. So who am I to judge anyone? And who are you to talk about me? Who are you? Like, I don't care about your name. I don't care about your family line. I don't care about how much money you got. But who are you, fam? Fam. Who are you? Let that simmer, because people feel like they can talk about me and a lot of other people. And people feel like vice versa. But who are you? Like, I always hit people with, who are you? To be funny, and I be for real when I ask that question. Who are you? Who are you? Because last time I checked, we all are human, number one. Number two, we all came here the same, and we all gonna lead the motherfucking same. So, I'm confused. I have confusion. Okay? I have confusion. My brain not functioning properly to tell me why you are talking about me. When who are you to judge? You are just in a bad predicament of me. You are born of sin just like I am. So, exactly. Anyways, I had to get on a little rant there because I need that to sink into some people. Maybe that was for you. I ain't want you to take it personally. Maybe it was for you. Take it. Stop talking about people. Okay? Stop that. Stop doing that. Okay? Okay, so let's go ahead. So, they either avoid taking responsibility for the issue, or one person is the only one with the brakes, or they ignore the deeper issues that are driving the activity. There are many more ways that dating can become misery because of freedom and responsibility problems. We will go over many of them in this book. And as you will see, understanding and applying boundaries in the right ways can make a world of difference in how you approach the dating arena. In the next chapter, we will look at the first and foremost boundary line, of any relationship, which is truth. So in the next chapter, which I said, Labides at AKB, I'll type it again, which will probably be the last time. Labides at AKB. You can check out my channel, because I will continue this on my channel. I'm doing this, Getting Closer to God. You can search my playlist and select Getting Closer to God. And anyone that say boundaries and dating or anything like that, those are the Bible studies specifically about this book. And then the other one that have just like Getting Closer to God, those are specific topics we're talking about for that day or week or whatever. And every question and everything is always into discussion, so you're welcome to have open discussion with me. But so the next topic is actually called Require and Embody Truth. That's chapter 2 that I'll be trying to start shooting later this week. Well, this week's coming to an end, but this week coming up or next week. So let's go ahead and do the takeaway tips. We're going to be open for discussion in just a second. Let me go ahead and read the takeaway tips. So these are things for you guys to remember for this boundary thing. Let me go ahead and section off chapter 3 with that other bookmark, just so I can do that really quick. Okay, so takeaway tips. Listen up, y'all. Everybody tune back in. Listen. If you don't listen to nothing else, just watch the beginning and watch this part. Okay, these are the takeaway tips. Number 1, dating involves risk and boundaries. Wait. Takeaway tips. Dating involves risk and boundaries. Help you navigate those risks. Number 2, boundaries and your property lines, which define and protect you. 3, learn to value what your boundaries protect, such as your emotions, values, behaviors, and attitudes. Number 4, boundaries help you be yourself instead of losing yourself in someone else. Ooh, that's true. Let me reread that. Boundaries help you be yourself instead of losing yourself in someone else. Number 5, you want the person you date to take responsibility for his life as you do. And the last one is, good boundaries will help you choose better quality people because they help you become a better person. The end. Happy birthday. Merry Christmas. But that is the end of boundaries and dating. That was the first chapter. I did the prologue on my channel. That was the first chapter of this book. The name of the chapter was, let me go back. Why Boundaries and Dating. The next one I do, which probably won't be online, but will be on my Facebook channel, my YouTube channel, will be chapter 2, Require and Embody Truth. Like I said, I don't just talk about dating. I talk about topics that are in that book. I'm just trying to get closer to God, and with that, I'm bringing you guys along the journey. So yeah, guys, I thank you guys for tuning into this Facebook Live. I didn't have as much action as I thought I was, and I'm not holding nobody accountable for anything. I just hope that when this goes down your timeline feed, that you tune in and you get to watch it, and I hope you gain something great from this little thing from me. So you guys, thanks for watching. Adios, chicos y chicas. Te amo.